What's up, everybody? I wanted to start a new video series, something that I can collect in one place and you guys can watch a number of these. Hopefully if this pans out. It's going to be a series called Lists I Write. I've just coined that literally just now. Lists that I write. I want to share with you some of the lists that I often write and return to and rewrite as a means to self-initiate, self-motivate, get excited about my situation, drive my productivity, all that stuff. As a business owner and a freelancer and a coach and a teacher, I'm in the position of needing to regenerate a sense of motivation every time I restart a new day. You know, I haven't got anyone telling me what to do, when to do it, how to do it. It's all me. And so I find writing lists with a pen and paper is one of the most fulfilling things I do. And I wanted to share what I tend to write lists about, and there are so many that we can write as a means to get clear, as a means to see what's out there, as a means to brainstorm and pour out ideas onto the paper and become more creative. So when we brainstorm, we are putting everything that we have in our minds onto paper, and many of those ideas might not necessarily be very good, but you'll find that the more you put down, the more gems will appear as well in the mix, and you'll have the resourcefulness to know which ones those are, because they'll feel right. They'll seem through gut instinct to be the right choices. And this is a great way of doing business. This is a great way of motivating yourself. This is a great way of making ground in whatever you're doing. Now, I know that a lot of you guys are working for yourselves, you're freelancers, you are a self-starter, like I am on most days. And you have projects and exciting things that you want to work on and create, and you're not a sheep, you know, you're not a follower, you're a creator and you're a leader. So list writing's been really great. That's my intro on lists. I wanted to share, so today's list, and we'll do this one video at a time. So I think there's plenty to talk about on each list and why we'd write these lists. One of the best lists that I write regularly is a list of what other people in my industry are not doing. A list of what are others refusing to do in order to get ahead, in order to be seen, in order to serve powerfully, in order to build remarkable businesses, in order to over-deliver in terms of what their clients and their customers are getting. This is a really healthy way of seeing things in business, and a really great way of making and building a remarkable business that stands out, is not to look so much at what is everyone else doing that I need to catch up on. It's not about looking at your neighbor and saying, oh, he's doing this and that on social media and I'm not doing it. If anything, that will kind of make you feel worse because you're comparing. And in a sense, we are comparing, but in a different way, in a way that is uplifting rather than downlifting. We ask the question, what are people refusing to do in my industry and in general as well? What are people not doing that I could capitalize on and bring to my business, bring to my strategy that could set me apart, that can bring me an unfair advantage? I think looking for an unfair advantage is a very, very good way of doing business, because why compete? Why be on the level playing field and have to constantly watch your back and constantly adapt and change depending on what everyone else is doing, and in doing so losing your ability to stand out because you're actually chasing homogeneity, you're chasing uniformity, you're chasing conformity. That ain't good for business. You want to be chasing standoutness, remarkability, outstandingness, and being an over-deliverer, someone who does what others don't do. This is where you will make that unfair advantage. So it starts with a list, I would say. Brainstorm ideas, and this of course will depend on what you do, but the list could include things like frequency of posting, how many people you reach out to every day, what level of service you can bring to your clients that other coaches or other freelancers are not bringing to them. What else could you value add and bring that is extra, that is going to add a layer of something different and something that is going to be remembered. Maybe you write a handwritten letter of thanks to every client you work with once you finish working with them. That's huge just in itself, just that one little thing that takes 5 minutes could add everything to your business, could add everything to your world, just because no one else does it. And by doing something that no one else does and that other people just don't even think to do or refuse to do, that's going to set you apart in a big way. People are going to remember that. People are going to review on that. People are going to give you testimonials based on that. And that's really where you can make the difference, is adding more, giving more. And it doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to take hours and hours extra of your time. It could be a tiny little thing that you leverage. This is what I want you guys to list down in this list. What are other people refusing to do that you could do that will bring extra value to how you do things? It could be adding an extra 10 minutes of practice every day to your craft, to your skill. It could be that you read a book a week. It could be that you take on a mentor or a coach, which others tend not to do, and get that extra advantage through speaking with someone who's already done it. Maybe find a mentor, do everything you can to get hold of a team of mentors. Maybe you want to facilitate a mastermind where it's free to join, but it gives you the opportunity to work with people who've done more than you that can give you advice and ideas, and you're facilitating their community as well, which is a win-win. Maybe it's about like what I'm doing right now, which is sharing a video every day. There are very, very few coaches in the world who are sharing videos daily. And what's this doing? This is building my audience, yes, but what more than anything else, this is helping me formulate my ideas and become a better speaker, and to super boost my creativity, so that because of this commitment to creation and content, I'm coming up with ideas more than I've ever felt and experienced before, because the commitment is there. And if you've seen a recent video of mine, you'll know that commitment comes before creativity. What are people not doing? How are they doing things that most people are doing that you could set yourself apart from? Just walk into a restaurant if you can. Obviously it's lockdown for most of us, but walk into like a run-of-the-mill restaurant and look at the customer service. Most of the time it's very run-of-the-mill, very average, very mediocre. You could dominate in the restaurant business by encouraging tip-top customer service in the people that work for you, just by bringing that extra layer of value and service and attention to detail and care that so few people do. And this is made more possible by the fact that you're looking at your competition, you're looking at the industry, and you're seeing, okay, this is how things are done on average. This is where you don't want to be. Look at the average and aim 10x higher than that. That's how you set yourself apart. So writing a list gets it all in one place, and helps you dig out those ideas that might be sitting in your subconscious that you hadn't considered. It puts everything down in front of you so that you can kind of choose what's best from those ideas. It encourages your own creativity and your own insights, and it's been one of the better lists that I've regularly returned to. So see these lists as things that you return to, maybe even on a weekly basis, and follow this series. I can't even remember what I named it. Lists I write, to get some ideas, and you can obviously come up with your own lists. And I've written about lists in many of my articles. If you follow me on I Am Alex Mathers on Medium, you'll find a lot of articles about lists and creativity and more than that. You'll also find more ideas like this and little mini articles that I share regularly through my newsletter. If you go to alexmathers.net, sign up to the newsletter. This isn't about bombarding you with junk. This is about giving you regular, consistent, useful, actionable advice and ideas that I use. So make sure you're signed up. But I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. If you like this, like it, and do share it with people that you think will benefit. All the best, guys.